The independence movement in Catalonia to break free from Spain has been the most crucial political and social debate in recent times. Catalonia is an autonomous community on the northeastern part of Spain. The capital of Catalonia is Barcelona, the second most populated in Spain. Catalonia is bordered by Andorra and France to the north, the Spanish state to the west, and the Mediterranean Sea extending across the eastern coast. Being a native from the Catalonian capital, Barcelona, I have seen the call for independence go to the extent of shaping the Catalonian culture. This can be seen by the annual pro-independence parade held in Barcelona, that constantly breaks its own attendance record by mind-blowing numbers, reaching 2 million marchers in 2015. While the independence sentiment has been present throughout the last 300 years, the call to finally split up from the Spanish monarchy has grown to its peak in recent years. This social and political issue has many causes, and diving straight into one of the most important points, Catalonia is one of Spain's richest regions. Catalan residents represent about 16% of the country's population, yet these same residents contribute 20% of Spain's taxes, and then receive 14% back for public expenses. In other words, what comes out of Catalonia does not necessarily make its way back in, creating a clear dilemma as it is unfair to all of those in the Catalan region that work just as hard as those living outside the Catalonian region to have to pay higher taxes and less of that money being invested back into them by Catalonia. The 2018 Spain economic crisis also took a big hit on Catalonia as the region experienced the highest budget cuts. This was significant as it contributed largely to the separatist sentiment due to Spain's poor handling and taking advantage of Catalonia in such a hard time. Looking at other aspects of Catalonia in comparison to Spain without shifting away from the economic perspective, one can see how dominant Catalonia is in certain aspects. For example, the GDP per inhabitant in Catalonia compared to Spain is 106.27 and 92 respectively. GDP is a measure of the total output of a country that takes gross domestic product and divides it by the number of people in the country, ultimately showing how the Catalonian economy thrives way over the rest of the Spanish region. One reason that Catalonia boasts such an impressive economy is due to the port in Barcelona, as it is one of the main trading spots in the Mediterranean Sea. It is claimed that the employment rate in Catalonia is 70.1% compared to the 63.9% of the rest of Spain. This huge gap does nothing less than show the preeminent economy Catalonia would have if they were granted independence. The call for independence has expanded beyond the boundaries of the Catalan region, as there have been minor but powerful independence movements throughout the globe, such as in New York. Being the vice president of the Catalan Institute of America, John Carlos Fonoll was able to take part in how he wanted the people of America to view the political conflict in Spain. Instead of focusing on what Catalonia was being deprived of, my dad and his team focused on spreading and showcasing the unique Catalonian culture. For example, the Catalan Institute of America was able to showcase one of Catalonia's most famous traditions, known as castells. This tradition consists of different groups competing to see who can build the most astonishing human tower. This is an example of Els Castellers.
La pinya ben col·locats tota l'estona, no mireu amunt,
I was able to schedule an interview with John Carlos Fonoll, former vice president of the Catalan Institute of America. In this interview, I asked him a series of questions regarding his time in office and his pro-independence sentiment. What were your goals during your time at the Catalan Institute of America?
The two main goals we had during our 2 years tenure in front of the Catalan Institute of America were, first, being a model to provide financial autonomy and avoid any dependency on government grants. Basically, a model based on membership fees and also fundraising events. The second goal we had was to become a platform here in New York City to voice all political, economical, and cultural movements were happening in Catalonia.
Why do you want to be independent?
Fortunately, it's not just me, but the majority of Catalans who believe that independence from Spain is the only way Catalonia can survive culturally and economically, that is, behave as a nation. Spanish decreasing levels of democracy have pushed those sentiments really strong, especially during the last 8 years.
What steps should pro-independence groups and organizations take to try and fulfill their dream of independence?
The pro-independence movement in Catalonia has two main aspects. First is a bottom-up movement. I mean, it is driven and pushed by the people, not by any government or economical lobby. Secondly, is a non-violent movement. Hundreds of thousands of Catalans have demonstrated every year without a single incident of violence. The aim is to have a formal referendum, like the one held in Scotland 2 years ago, a referendum agreed with the Spanish government, where all Catalans could decide if we want to become independent state.
There is a growing tension in Spain due to Catalonia's urgency to become independent. It does not mean that the two sides are enemies. There are plenty of people that feel a sense of pride for both Spain and Catalonia, along with Catalonians that do not support the independence and people outside of Catalonia that do. I want to leave with a clip that clearly visualizes how the sides often embody the same minds.
Hola, me llamo Oliver.
Hola,
Hola,
Hola, me llamo Julia.
I'm Dick David.
soy María Luisa.
Catalonia is a region of Spain, the northeast. That's where Barcelona is,
We have our own language.
We speak Catalan. It's a Romance language.
which is probably as close to French and Italian as it is to Spanish.
We have a very particular sense of humor.
Also, it's a region with a very particular set of traditions, like our own dance, music.
But at the same time, sharing some parts of it with the rest of Spain.
We are proud of our history.
There's a strong and fierce cultural identity. And I'm Catalan, but also I'm Spanish.
I don't really know if I should say I'm Spanish or Catalan.
I am Catalan only, not Spanish.
I just say I'm from Barcelona.
I feel both, and I am very proud to be able to have two sense of humor.
I would like Catalonia to become independent.
I don't want independence. I just want to vote.
That's the only way we will have to make our own decisions.
I really don't know what I would vote.
Many people in Catalonia don't really agree with the Popular Party. That's the one in the government right now in Spain.
I feel that Catalonia is not Spain's priority.
Catalonia generates a lot of money, it's one of the richest regions in Spain. But we feel we don't get enough money back.
It's not just about like the money or for something the government did. It's more about a feeling and a sense of belonging. For a Catalan person, they are from Catalonia, and that's a feeling.
I don't want to be independent. I think that some Catalans want to be independent because they feel superior in a way, based on irrational things.
In a sense, they feel like English people feel from French people.
They may be based on a history, but all parts of Spain have their own history.
We would do better being independent.
We are very divided, very sad.
Most of us want to vote, but probably not like this.
We all should get along. I think talking is the way.